So we've talked generally about operational mode, but it's maybe a good time to have a little bit of a deeper dig. So, if we type show, there are a gazillion commands, and if we're dealing with an issue specific to BGP or OSPF, that's obviously the place to look. Show OSPF neighbor, show BGP summary, so on and so forth. But there are a couple of groups of commands that cover quite a wide range of features and states. So let's start off with show system. Show system tends to focus on software components, and we've got a number of examples here that we can work our way through. For example, if we have a software process that's crashed on the box, we hope that that daemon has produced a core file, a record in memory of whatever was happening at the moment it went bad, that we can submit to our JTAC representative and get some useful feedback, hopefully a quick match to a known PR, for example. So show system core dumps is a way for us to get a listing of any core dumps currently stored on the box. Or maybe we're looking at more general stuff. We're just reacting to a problem with the system. We've been paged as an ops guy. Show systems alarms just gives us a quick heads up on potential issues. Maybe we've got storage problems in terms of running out of space, failed disks. Maybe we've got licenses not configured on the box, for example. All of these items might come up quickly in show system alarms. We might equally see them in the log file, but the log files are probably quite dense and it might not be so easy to quickly find that information. Or show system boot messages is our next one. Here if we want to see a quick record of what was happening on screen as the system booted, the D messages for those of us from the Linux world, we can see exactly what was happening. Did it complain about being unable to find some device or mount a partition point in the file system or something? We mentioned a moment ago that some features on the box require licenses, so show system license could be a way for us to get a quick overview of how many subscribers am I allowed to have, do I have IDP management license installed, this kind of stuff. If you have got alarms for storage problems on the box, if your compact flash or SSD is starting to run out of space, or you're just interested in how much space is there, maybe show system storage is a good place to look. So show system storage is really just the df-h combined with mount command output that you might know from the Linux world. So mount showing us which physical devices are mounted against which points in the file system. And in fact, sometimes logical devices, like maybe file systems mounted in RAM, for example. Or df-h just giving us how much storage is being consumed, how much storage is available, but in a readable format, not a block count, but a number of bytes, or gigabits that we're going to recognize and be able to read straight off. Show system uptime is pretty boring. What's the current date and time on the system? But it's still nice to know how to get that. The last one is maybe particularly useful if we're starting to react to a problem that's a system performing poorly. Maybe it's worth looking at show system process extensive to get a quick feel for what's the memory utilization on the box, but not just for the whole box, but broken down by process. How much CPU are individual processes using at this moment? So again, from the Linux world, some of you might just recognize that show system process extensive is effectively the top output stolen and given to us in the Junos CLI. So there are quite a lot more system commands, but that should give you some of the more useful ones and a bit of a flavor of what they can do.